What's going on? 22 here, and I'm back with my bi-weekly pulls and reviews. Let's get started with some Batman 150. This is the cover A done by Jorge Jimenez, who also has contributed artwork within this book as well. This is written by Chip Zdarsky. Other artwork is done by Dennis Cohen and Mike Hawthorne. This has got two separate stories in there, one being the story called Be Better, which honestly I really enjoyed that story. I thought it was a really great and really well done story. It's about a thief who is just down on his luck and is always looking for that big score. He is we're going to say quote unquote father. He has information. He knows who Batman's true identity is, with eventually the thief having to come face to face with his son, he's not really paid a whole lot of attention to. He's not done the things that he needed to do as far as being a father, but felt like he was being a father because he was always trying to hustle and work. And his son comes out on the better end, and as well as himself. It's a fantastic story. I don't want to ruin too much. I really enjoyed that story. The artwork was okay. There were some wonky faces in there here and there, but overall it was pretty decent artwork. Now the second story in this, called Brick by Brick, was an Absolute Power tie-in. We've got some more like fail-safe repercussions. Amanda Waller has Amazobots that are essentially like fail-safe type bots, where they've got the powers of other superheroes. One of the ones that still has their power is the Flash. He's kind of the communicator between all the heroes that are still around. And Batman goes to try and help Cyborg because Amanda Waller is trying to infiltrate Cyborg, and there's repercussions from this as well. Like I said, I'm trying not to fully spoil everything with this. It was an okay story. I'm not reading Absolute Power at all. So for what it wasn't bad. I had beef with a little bit of the way they were doing it, the dialogue, especially the setup for the story. I'm not really a big proponent of, but it is what it is. So everybody has their own political beliefs. We'll just put it like that. Overall, pretty good issue, and I think I'm getting issue 151 and 152 because they both have Gabriel Dell'Otto covers. Next up is Doctor Strange number 17. This is the cover A done by Alex Ross. This is written by Jed McKay, and the art is done by Pascal Ferry. The title of this one is Friend Turn Foe, and we've got some more. We're getting the end of Wong and Victor Strange and Stephen Strange's body fight. This deals more on what's going on behind the mirror. We've got Baron Mordo and Bats, the ghost dog of Doctor Strange and Clea, conjuring up the god of dogs. And then Bats becomes the avatar for the god of dogs to take on Victor Strange. Pretty cool story, especially, y'all know I like dogs and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed it for what it was. Still, this is supposed to be a Blood Hunt tie-in. No other main characters, it seems like, from Blood Hunt. I'm not reading that, though, either, but it still didn't feel necessarily out of place. I miss Doctor Strange and I miss Clea, but it's still being real well written. And I feel like this was actually a better issue than the one before, when it was just Wong and Victor Strange fighting. Green Lantern number 13. This is the cover A done by Ariel Collin, written by Jeremy Adams and Mark Guggenheim, art by Fernando Passerian and Matthew Clark. This is another Absolute Power tie-in. I don't know if that's the whole issue. This kind of had a bunch of skipping around. We were seeing other Green Lanterns in there. There was an Alan Scott deal in here. Hal has been captured. He was being interrogated by Amanda Waller through King Shark. He was strapped into some alien prison cell, holding his arms that would also induce pain. But of course, Hal, wills his way through it to a surprise ending where Hal goes to escape He actually beats King Shark. He goes to escape and finds a huge surprise that a lot of things are being stored. So if you're keeping up with Absolute Power, you know what I'm talking about. It was an okay issue. It was just okay. Like I said, there was a lot of skipping around, a lot of things I didn't know about that were going on necessarily, but the Hal story itself was fine. It was okay. It was just very short. There's also a secret origin story to Lord Theros in the back as well. I actually enjoyed that origin story. I thought it was well done and well written, and added to Theros being a threat and just kind of his mindset. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one. Walking Dead Deluxe number 92. This is the cover B, done by Charlie Adler and David McKeag. This is written, of course, by Robert Kirkman. It's just a reprint, a color reprint of that original Walking Dead series, and that's really it. I haven't read it. I don't know anything about it. I didn't read this when it originally came out. In fact, I didn't start reading The Walking Dead until around when Glenn died. So, spoiler alert. Next, we've got X-Men number 1. This is the cover D, John Tyler Christopher negative space variant. To go along with it, I also got the cover H, which is the J. Scott Campbell variant. This is written by Jed McKay, art by Ryan Stegman. The story is okay. It's the new team being introduced. We've got Cyclops and Psylocke and Kid Omega, Magic, Juggernaut. I think there's like 2 other mutants that I'm forgetting and I don't know about. Really, they say they're new to me anyways, because it's been a long time since I've read X-Men. I really just bought these because of the cover, but since I had them, I was like, you know what? It's number 1s. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a try. I like the banter between Magic and Juggernaut and the teaming up that they do. I really enjoy that. As far as the story goes, the team's going in, and Wolverine has sent out a distress signal mentally, and they're also looking for other new mutants. They find Wolverine, and they find these also new mutants as well. That turns into a fight. And also you've got Beast giving a tour to the Alaskan sheriff of their new base. It's a base that was set up to build Sentinels, and so the X-Men have taken it over though. As Beast is taking her through there, trying to encourage her that they mean no harm, that everything's good, and nothing should be worried about. Of course, Magneto comes in trying to be all Magneto and powerful and whatnot like that. Not a bad guy. He is with the X-Men at this point in time, but he's definitely like trying to set boundaries and like say, yes, there's absolutely something to fear here if you really want to get down to it. I think I can't remember if I'm getting X-Men 2 or not. I know that I'm getting 3 because there's a negative space Rogue variant, if I remember right. I don't know if I'll keep on with this or not. I'm not really hip on the team. It's not got a huge amount, and this didn't really capture me to keep going. But we'll see. If I get 2 and 3, I'll definitely read those and decide then if I want to keep going or not. This was not a dollar pickup, and nor was this a subscription pickup. This is just kind of a back issue pickup. It's very rare that I do these kinds of things, but they do happen every now and again. And this was one that just came to mind. I looked for it, and I found it, and it was $2.50, and I was like, yes, let's get that. That's amazing. This is Independence Day number 0. This is that movie cover from back in the day, and this was like one of my favorite movies ever when I was growing up. This made me a huge Will Smith fan. Like, I was watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There was the Independence Day. There was Men in Black going on. Like, Will Smith was he was the rock of that time, and I loved it. I loved every bit of it, and Independence Day was absolutely one of those staples. So when I saw this cover, and it was a movie poster type cover, I was like, yes, let's get that. Let's add that to the PC. That is freaking awesome. Another backbend issue, but this was just because of spec. This is Superman number 32. Now, the speculation on this is the first appearance of Ulysses, who is speculated to be in those leaked set photos from the Superman movie, dressed in all black, even his face being covered up, but he's got this giant silver U on the chest. It's very reminiscent of the Ulysses costume that is in this book. Is it Ulysses or not? I don't know. I picked this up for like $3.20. I was like, you know what, that's not a bad buy to jump on some spec and see what comes of it. If nothing comes of it, okay, I can trade it, I can give it away, I can do something else with it. It's at least got a first appearance in it. Here are my dollar bin pickups. The first one up is The Call, number 1. This is a Gabriel Dell'Otto cover that when I saw for $1, I was like, yes, let's put it in the bag, let's get it. I'm Team Gabriel Dell'Otto, let's be honest. Here is Gears of War number 3. Gears of War number 6. And Gears of War number 14. This is by far one of my favorite games I used to play on the Xbox, and these issues are actually hard to find, and when you do find them, they're normally like $8 books or higher. These are just, it's just uncommon. So when I started seeing these on mycomicshop.com and their dollar bins, I was like, yes, let's go ahead and start grabbing those up. It's not a really high issue like run. I want to say it's maybe 20 books, maybe 25, something, if even that much. Not many at all. And so now I've picked up 4 in their dollar bin. So I gotta keep an eye out more for more of them to come. But I'd love to get this run. Just pick it up as I can go. So yeah, super excited about these. That is it with my dollar bin haul and bi-weekly pickups anyways. So let me know down in the comments what you thought about these books, and are you reading any of them? What are you enjoying so far? Thank y'all so much for watching. You can find me on the Comically Comics podcast every Monday on all podcatchers, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find that same episode Wednesdays on our YouTube channel, Comically Comics Podcast. You can also find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, y'all have a good one.